Okay, so we're going deep today
Yeah.
into heavy metal.
Always a good time.
And I'm really curious about this YouTube channel you sent me, Raíces del Metal,
Okay. Yeah.
which I think means roots of metal.
Like Roots of Metal. Yeah.
Um, and I think this is going to be really cool because I've been watching some of it,
Mm-hmm.
and the creator really seems to have a pretty unique angle on heavy
Yeah.
metal as like more than just music.
For sure. And I think that's where it gets interesting. It's not just headbanging, it's a whole
Yeah.
culture and a way of life.
Yeah, it's like a way of life,
He even calls it a rebellion.
a rebellion.
Yeah.
I like that.
I mean, I'm ready to see how he dives into that whole thing.
Me too.
Yeah.
And he talked a lot about the people who are drawn to metal,
Yeah.
He says it speaks to people who feel lost, furious, and above all, free.
Right. And when you think about it, like the music itself,
Yeah.
it's so intense
Yeah.
and it's raw.
Yeah.
There's that energy there.
You think that like taps into some of those feelings?
Oh, absolutely. Like if you're feeling lost or angry or like you just need to break free,
Yeah.
metal can give you that outlet.
Totally. And I also think that a lot of the themes
Yeah.
in metals like kind of play into that too. Like a lot of it's about
Right.
rebellion and fighting against
The man.
the man.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
right.
pushing back against authority.
Yeah. And I feel like that really resonates
For sure.
with people who are feeling like
Yeah.
they don't fit in or,
Yeah.
they're not being heard.
And I think that feeling of community is huge too.
It is.
It's like finding your tribe,
Yeah.
people who get you,
Yeah.
who understand what you're going through.
And it's interesting because you think about other genres of music.
Right.
I don't think you always see that same level of like
Intensity.
yeah, and community.
Yeah.
But he also said something that really caught my eye.
Okay.
He mentioned something about like forgotten bands.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
Yeah, bands that maybe didn't make it big.
Right. But that were really important in shaping the sound.
Yeah, like the unsung heroes.
The unsung heroes.
The ones that influenced everybody else.
So I'm curious to hear what he has to say about that.
Yeah, that's always fascinating because sometimes those are the bands that are even more interesting. The ones that
famous one.
became super famous.
Yeah, because they're like the innovators. They're the ones that are like,
They're the pioneers.
yeah, pushing the boundaries.
Exactly.
So I'm excited to dive into that.
Yeah, and it just shows you the depth of this whole genre.
Yeah.
It's not just about the big names. It's about all these different layers and influences.
And speaking of layers,
Okay.
this YouTube channel is in Spanish,
Right.
which I think is so cool.
It is really cool.
Like, it just goes to show you that heavy metal is
Yeah.
a global phenomenon.
It truly is.
It's not just limited to,
one language.
one country.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
And it brings people together.
It really does.
No matter what language you speak, if you love heavy metal,
Yeah.
you've got that connection.
You're connected.
You're part of that tribe.
Totally. And I think that's something really special about music in general,
Oh, for sure.
is that ability to transcend language barriers.
It's a universal language.
It is.
Like you don't need to understand the words
Yeah.
to feel the emotion.
Exactly. And I think that's especially true with heavy metal.
I think so too because it's so visceral.
Yeah.
Like it hits you in your gut.
It does.
It's not just something you listen to, it's something you feel.
You experience it.
You experience it exactly.
So yeah, I'm really excited to keep digging into this YouTube channel.
Me too.
And I think there's a lot to learn
I think so too.
about heavy metal and about
Yeah.
the global community that surrounds it.
It's a whole world waiting to be discovered.
It is.
And I think the key is to keep an open mind.
Yeah.
Be willing to explore those forgotten bands. Dive into different subgenres.
Yeah.
You never know what you might find.
Exactly. And you might discover your new favorite band.
That's the best part. Finding those hidden gems.
So to all you metalheads out there, keep exploring.
Keep headbanging.
Keep headbanging and
keep the spirit of metal alive.
absolutely. And we'll be back soon with another deep dive.
Until then, stay metal.
Stay